We're doing Leo. Leo, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Leo. If you're watching this today and it's your birthday, like, give me a like, comment, say hi. This next reading is going to be for you, Leo. Awesome. Let me update that. Leo, next reading is for you. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. All right, thank you so much for joining me here. My name is Daniela. I am Purple Star Tarot. I am your cosmic cleric and your dice diviner. What I do here is I roll these astrology dice so we can see what the cosmos wants for you to focus on. And then I consult the tarot cards so we can see what the energy and guidance going forward is in this situation. Let me get my card that fell. What fell was Hierophant. Okay. I'm speaking to somebody who knows what's going on. Leo, happy birthday. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to roll the dice for you. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. What message do we have for you? 10th house, Aries, and Venus. Okay. Leo, do what you love. Do what you love. That's what I'm summarizing that as, okay? But I will go through each one at a time so we can understand what that means together. But that's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw that. So, Venus energy, that's the situation that we got going on. Venus. That is your love, that is your passion, that is your, that's art, culture. All of these things that make us human, okay? Then the actions to take around that is being represented by the Zodiac that comes out. The Zodiac that comes out here for you, Leo, is Aries energy. And Aries is that ram, one of the horned ones. There's only like what, three, I think. Yeah, three Zodiacs that have horns, and this is telling you, use your horns. Go for it. I'm feeling like the horn god playing your flute, the pan piper. That's what's coming to mind right now. But following that, acting on what it is that you're passionate about, what drives you, and doing that for your career. And like sometimes like people say, don't do what you love as your job because you're gonna get bored of it. Like if you love cooking and then you get a job cooking and then you hate cooking after that. But that's because of the work environment. It's not because of the work that you're doing. It's like you still love cooking. You still love whatever it is that you got into doing. That's why you studied it. That's why you practice it. But this is really telling you that your purpose, your career, what it is that you're bringing to the table, what it is that you're the leader in, what you're passionate about ever since maybe you were a child, this is meant for you to climb that mountain. 10th house energy. This is where everything's playing out for you. 10th house is ruled by Capricorn, okay? And that energy is showing that you got the drive, you got the ambition, you got the heart to climb the mountains. You're going to make it to the top of the mountain to create and shout at them off the top of the mountains. This is what I'm here to do. I'm here to be seen. Leo, like, even if you try to hide, you can't, because you're the Leo. You're ruled by the sun. Okay? So you're doing what it is that you love, bringing beauty and art into the world in your own way, even if it's not even something you would consider to be art and beauty. Like, I don't know, if you're a janitor, like, you're beautifying the world by cleaning. Even if you, I don't know, fix cars, like, that is your craft. That is the way that you give to the world, because we need cars to be able to get from point A to point B to be able to make things happen, right? So whatever it is that you do, if you're a singer, if you're whatever, you know what I'm talking about. You know what it is that you need to bring to the world, and this is telling you to act on that. Act on it. Okay, now we're going to look at some tarot cards so we can see what we got going on for guidance for you. This reading is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. You can see right over here, Leo. That's why I put the notes on there, because I forget. And I want you to know who I'm talking to. But if there is a message that you want to get out, of course, leave a comment. Or if you want a personal reading, because doing these live readings is totally different from doing personal readings, because we're having a conversation. Right now, I'm just talking to a screen. And all the visions that come to my mind, totally different. But as if we're going to do a reading in person, what I do is I shuffle the deck and I let you split it in 3 piles so we can get the message for you. Page of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, Temperance. We got lots of fire, Leo, lots of fire energy. You're on fire. You are to light yourself up with your joy, with your passions, with what you love. Okay. 5. What numbers do we have? 5 and 8. 8 to 5. Okay. So, with the situation that I'm looking at, situation being Venus related in nature, what did I say? If you're a singer, I feel like the Leo I'm talking to, like, you know, like, you have talent, you have skills, you have this way that you are to make money, 10th house, the way that you are to bring your energy to the world. Pages are messengers, pages are signs, pages are like teenager kind of energy. Like you may be an amateur in a way, but that's good. Like if I would love just to see people doing things in their own way and not having to like wait to be the next Rembrandt, Picasso, Mozart, like, you know, those like names that people say like that's the pinnacle of their that's who we aspire to be. No, don't aspire to be somebody else. You got your own gifts. You have your own way of doing things. So Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, like your vision, the way that you do things is the way that the world wants. I don't need it to be super polished. That's the situation. It's like not waiting for it to be so good before you put it out. Just put it out there. You can iterate on it later and make it better. Okay? Then, what we got going on here in the middle, what to act on. Okay, what's funny is like, this is telling you to act. How to act? Act quickly. 8 of Wands is swift action, right? Like coming in there quick. Whenever I see this 8, though, I always think of like the infinity symbol as well. It's like you've been around this cycle before. You've been on this loop-de-loop, this roller coaster before, and this is the time that's telling you, get out of the loop. Get out of the loop. You may be looking at it from a different perspective. You may have to sacrifice a little bit of yourself to be able, but I feel like this is a good sacrifice. Like rebirth is one of the words that's on here. This is really breaking out of that cycle of telling yourself that it wasn't good enough to let it out, because the world's waiting for you. Let it out as it is right now, because this is part of your gifts. Like, it's making me think like some people are born as artists, right? And sometimes they're like, I'm not going to go to art school. I don't want society to tell me how I need to do my art. I'm going to do it my way, right? So yes, you can be a trained professional and make the music sound the way it's supposed to according to what society says. Or you could just like, I'm going to pick up a stick and I'm going to boom, 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 do it the way that I want to do it, because that sounds like music to me, and then I go get a little thing and I plug it in and I make the music like that. I'm not waiting for it to be perfect. I'm doing it the way that is coming out of me naturally. Okay, so this is a little bit of that untraining, unschooling. That's a term people will talk about. Is like, you went to school. If you went to public school like everybody else, like we did, that you were trained a certain way to do things. And now You're like, I don't want to do it that way. They didn't teach me to be me. There's not a manual to be you, Leo. Sun, moon, rising. The only way to be you is to be you. So do it without thinking, being your own perspective of how things are to work, rebirth of yourself, acting as if you are a child again. Going back to this page, the way you are is perfect. The way that you do things is perfect. And so quit thinking about it, just do it. So, future guidance, Temperance, Five of Wands. The balance and the healing of yourself. Yeah, you can have healthy competition, okay? You can have healthy debates with yourself, healthy struggles with yourself of like, oh, that's who I was at one point and this is who I'm going to be now. I am the authority of my life. Leo, you're the authority of your life. You don't need to have the way society planned out your life to be how you do things. I kind of feel like you, from the moment that you were born, you knew what your purpose was. You're on stage doing your thing. You're doing your thing, right? And this is like, don't fight yourself of how you're going to do your thing. Heal yourself and bring it out. Okay, I'm going to look at one last card so we can finish up this reading here for Leo, and I'll get to the next, what I got, 2 more after this. Final message for Leo. It's so funny. I love using a second tarot deck just to do this because when the same card comes out in 2 different decks, the cosmos, universe, spirit, God, whatever you want to say, is literally screaming at you. This is what to focus on. Okay, so what I'm feeling, okay, let me look at this. First, I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling here, okay? Balance, Temperance, same card. Card number 14 in the tarot deck associated with the Sagittarius energy. Leo, fire. Actually, look at this, Leo. You're Leo, you got Aries, and you got Sagittarius. So all the fire signs are being represented right here in your reading. So embody that fire inside of you. You're the one who lights that fire up for yourself. Let me read this for you. Blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary. Successful compromise. The power of diversity. Self-control, patience, and balance. Okay, so this is what to focus on. Future guidance. With you. You're the authority. Okay? When it comes to this vision that you have, when it comes to this dream that you have, when it comes to the art and beauty that you bring to the world, don't let the structure of society, the structure of this 3D world that we live in, to dictate what it is that the way that you need to do your thing. Because your thing is your thing. Ain't nobody going to be able to do it like you. I mean, even if anybody try to copycat you and try to be like you, they're not you. Ain't nobody going to be able to do it like you do, right? So be able to observe the world around you. Be able to understand what it is that society has put you in this little box to, this is the way you do the thing. Yeah, learn from that. Learn those techniques. Like, it's not bad to go to art school. It's not bad to go take singing lessons so you can learn some techniques. Building in your technique library of your mind, building in your skill sets, but then go back to you. Go back to this hangman rebirthing of what it is that, how you can take those skills and make it your own. You don't need to be a copycat. Like I said at the very beginning, you don't need to be a Rembrandt. You don't need to be a Mozart. You don't need to be a Sia, who I see. You don't need to be whatever. Like, You don't need to sing exactly like that person. You have your own voice. So let's read that again. Blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary. Be you. Diversity is what is showing on there. Like, I don't need to see the same cookie cutter of a expression from everyone, right? You have your own individuality. Balance that with what you appreciate. I'm thinking of like cover songs now. We listen to cover songs. We love that song. We love the lyrics. We love the tempo. Do your own remake of it. You don't got to sing it in the same timing and rhyming and tone that somebody else does. Do it your own way. Balance what you love, what you've observed. I'm trying to show you my hands just like that guy. Balance like your cups. Balance this. Pour into yourself. And the more that you, like, when you actually create from your own being and you can see the results of that, and then also sharing that with other people, that is such a satisfying feeling to be like, I did that. I didn't replicate it. I did that for myself and my own. So that's a message for you. Act on it, because no one else is going to be able to do it like you do, Leo. That was the message for you, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. I hope that was helpful for you. All right.